just kind of talking about this losing skid, what are some other things that you've kind of seen during this? I know the Toronto game, it's kind of tough to evaluate that one, but at least with the Clippers and this Nuggets game, were there any like parallels that you kind of saw while you were watching these two that kind of maybe led to the losses?
I think it's just they're forcing our role players to try and beat us. They're like, okay, well, let Devin and Keldon do what they do. They're young, budding stars, but
Yep.
Devin's on a minutes restriction. Keldon's a very solid player, but how much can he do by himself? Can he really beat a loaded Clippers roster where they have such tremendous depth? And then Denver as well, like we saw last night, they have incredible depth. Can Josh Richardson score 20 a night? Can Doug McDermott get to that 15 mark? And if they can't, which they're really not letting them shoot anymore, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, they're really closing out and running them off the 3-point line. And that's really smart, Jude, because eventually the ball's going to get into somebody's hands, like a young guy, and they're
Hmm.
probably going to make a mistake. And that's just young. That's what young people do. I'm not giving them excuses, but when you have an inexperienced team like we do,
Right.
that's been injury plagued, we haven't really had consistency with the rotation. Chemistry has kind of taken a dip since those first couple of wins. It feels
Uh-huh.
like um, turnovers are going to happen. We're not going to get back in transition. Things like that are going to happen. So that feels like the game plan. And then this is also going to be one of those things we continue to harp on: rebounding, out rebounding 47-28 against Denver. That can't happen. We need. I don't know what the answer is, what the solution is. Sohan needs to get better at getting rebounds. He only had two. Jakob should be a consistent 10 rebounds a game. Oh yeah, Langford's defense, Connor. I didn't even think about that. We really could have used Romeo as well. I don't think he would have helped us win necessarily, but it would have been maybe a closer game as far as maybe stopping a Jamal Murray or getting under Contavious Caldwell Pope, even MPJ. You never know, but yeah, our role players need to step up. But I don't even think you can say that because this is just what we are. I don't think like there's a solution to win more
Well,
games.
and while you're talking, I'm kind of thinking about it too. Like it's the same stuff that you were talking about in the Denver game that kind of hurt us in the Clippers game too, because we
Hmm.
don't really have a playmaker off the bench right now. And what was kind of the issue there? Turnovers was an issue, and a lot of that had to come from Jay Rich, right?
Uh-huh.
Who we talked about last time is we kind of feel like is better in that kind of off ball shooter role, which sometimes allows him to play make better. But it's like when it's he can do it better when it's not like his main thing. And I know
Yeah.
that may sound weird, but you get exactly what I'm saying there.